My name is Karina and welcome to my channel, Life's Little Things. I thought today that I would bring you into the kitchen with me as I make ZUPPA Toscana potato soup. This recipe is from Olive Garden. We looked for the recipe on their website and we didn't find it. So I will have the recipe linked below, but I figured this would be a good one for fall and winter, and just it's a really good one to add to your soup recipes, definitely. So if you want to see how it's made, come along. Okay, these are the ingredients that I am using for the ZUPPA Toscana potato soup. Using minced garlic, kale, Jimmy Dean's hot sausage, heavy whipping cream. You're going to need 32 ounces of heavy whipping cream, the real bacon pieces, red onion, 5 chicken bouillon cubes, a can of chicken broth, red peppers, crushed red peppers, and about 6 to 7 4 large potatoes, or 6 to 7 russet potatoes, and then we're going to peel and cube those, and of course 7 cups of water. So all right, let's get started. Okay, I am scrambling and cooking up the sausage, and I am adding the red onion in. It says to use a yellow onion, but I just have a red onion. And if you don't want to use hot sausage, you just want to use regular sausage, you definitely can do that too. It's a good one for like cold. If you've had this at Olive Garden, theirs isn't, I don't know, I don't feel that theirs is as flavorful. At least the one I've had isn't as good as this one. Which I have this almost on low, basically. I am going to put the crushed red peppers. It calls for a teaspoon. You can do less if you want to, or none at all. It's totally up to you and your family what you like. Okay, and you let this cook together and let the onions get a little bit soft, and then we're going to add it to the soup in just a few minutes. I diced and peeled and diced the potatoes and put them in the pan. Now I'm going to add 4 cups of water. Actually, it'll be 7 total, but this is 4. And 3 more. I'm going to add the 5 chicken bouillon cubes. My hand is actually red from the onion. Calls for a can of chicken broth. A tablespoon of garlic, I'm going to put the sausage and onions and the crushed red pepper into it. I have my burner on medium. I might turn it up a little bit to get it boiling. Basically what you're going to do now is you're just trying to get your potatoes softer. And then toward the end you add in the cream and the kale. Give that a stir. This is such a delicious fall and winter type soup because it really does warm you up. It is so superb. And then you dump in a whole container of, I use the reduced sodium. Make sure there's no paper in it. Sometimes they have the little paper thing in it, so watch that that doesn't go into your soup. But of the bacon pieces. Okay, so now we just are going to let this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, then you can add in your heavy cream, and then you add in your kale. Now I make this in a stock pot, not because there's a lot of soup, which, well, there is. I mean, what is it, a little over half full. but because of the kale, when you put the kale in, it takes up the rest of that pot, this pot, and then it shrivels from the heat and sinks down into the soup, and then it's not so full. But as I'm doing the kale, you know, it fills it up. So that's why I use a stock pot to make this soup. Okay, I let the potatoes simmer in the pot for about 20 minutes. Oh, it smells fantastic. So those are ready. Now I'm going to open the 32 ounces of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to put that in the pot and then bring it back up to a boil. And while I'm waiting for that to come to a boil, I am going to roughly chop the kale. You can either chop the kale or just kind of pull it apart into bite-sized pieces, however you want to do it. But I turned my burner back up. I'm going to let that come back up to a boil and add the kale. Okay, it has come up to a simmer. I'm going to add the kale. Of course, I rinsed the kale and add as much or as little as you want to it. Make it your own. And then I'm going to let that cook together, and it's basically done. Okay. I thought that was pretty easy, don't you think so? It's not that hard of a soup, and it's really flavorful and delicious. So I hope you enjoy it and your family enjoys it. And thank you for following me along. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. And also, again, the recipe is down below. So I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.